right, so last time we came, we did a test on a duct test on this system here, and it did not pass. It had, I believe it was 68 CFM of leakage, and for this small system, the required was 37, so we're like quite a bit of leakage on it. So the contractor was told, and also I offered some suggestions, and you can see here that he's come in and sealed the inside of the boot. So I'll show you guys how he fixed this. The two areas of leakage, usually, if you notice here, he's come around and he's done seal around the metal to the drywall. Usually when they cut the drywall, there'll be big holes around here. So he's come out and put a lot of caulk in here to make it nice and tight on the outside. But then he had issues on the inside, so he basically bought mastic and he put it on the joint inside where the duct meets this metal boot, and that assures you know, like 100% leak to this boot and this little setup here. All right, put some on the little screws, so he's got his boot pretty well sealed. I think it's going to be a surprise the low number that we get out of this system. All right, so we're going to put the cover back on, and then we're going to proceed to start sealing the registers to get ready for a test. So this is something I recommend on every job, even if it's just a you know, an upgrade or if it's a brand new install, to take care of the leakage behind the grill and to take care of the leakage in the duct. We're looking for leakage that is less than 5%. And you know, eventually you want zero leakage, but the lower the number, the better your system is going to operate. And that's what we can do by just paying a little attention to those grills and make sure that they're all tight. So we're going to start sealing the grills. I got these nice covers here that I was able to get somewhere. And it's got a little hook on here. You put the hook on there. And now got a little compression spring here, and I can push them up and it holds. It's got a little foam sealer there, and that keeps the air from flowing through there. So that helps to you know, cut down on the usage of tape. Sometimes you put the tape and it might damage the paint, so those covers are really good. So we're gonna do one in the living room, one in the bedroom. So here's the cover. You can see the foam that's gonna do a pretty good air seal. And over here is the mechanism that holds it. This one here is for when I use a pole on them. Little tiny hook there, goes in the middle of the grill. And we just pull. Roll in the string and that holds it. All right. Sometimes the setup takes longer than the actual test, but this is what we got to do. Got a small register here in the bathroom, so I'm going to cover that. Okay, do the rest themselves. All right, I think we got to do one more. Now the rest of the system, it's in the attic. You know, all the ducts are up there. Right now we're just working with the register, so you don't see the rest of the system. But once we pressurize the system, the compression goes all through the ducts, the box, the actual plenums and everything. But for the most part, this is where you're going to find most of the leakage. The joints and the box with the plenum ends. So this is one of the areas where we're having a lot of leakage. I'll show you. All right, here we go. So on the before, all this mastic was not here. It was just metal like this, and you could see the little gaps of air, the little gaps where the two pieces of metal were joining, and so there was, you know, you could feel the leakage. You could just kind of see it. So now he's come in and he's put a lot of mastic here. Mastic is a product that they use in air conditioning. It doesn't have a smell. It dries really quickly, so it's something that I recommend on all the interior units. You might not want to put silicone because you might get smell down the road, so the mastic is perfect. And you can see right there where the duct is meeting the metal, that's the section that he needed to seal to get an airtight seal. All right, the rest of the joints have already been sealed, so he's good. His main problem was here, so he's taking care of that. So now we're gonna get our blower door test set up, and we'll come back and run a test. These are always a little snug here. Retrotech is really easy. We just kind of follow the colors. We got the yellow here. So this is with reference to the fan. This one is the B channel. Okay. So we're going to want to know what the pressure for the system is and the amount of leakage that it's providing. Gauge know which unit we're using. This is the DU200, so there it is. It's asking what type of ring do you have? Do you have open, do you have middle, or do you have the small one? So on this one we're going to go with the middle, so it's already there. And we're going to set pressure at 25 PA, 25 pascals. And then you set that, and your fan starts to run. We want the top channel to be at 25. Pressure that's built up in there. So right now we got 25 and we got 30, 34. So we're at this moment we're good to go. The system passes. And like I said, sometimes I'm gonna take a photo here for record. We're gonna try. We're gonna do another one with the smaller ring, see if it changes the number. So we go here, we look for lower ring, and then we set pressure at 25. So the test is going to be a little bit noisier because you got a smaller ring, so the air is pushing right through there and you can hear it. And we're trying to get this unit up to the 25 pascals, which is the pressure. And we'll see if we can get it up there. If we can't get it up to the 25, then that means that the ring is too small, that it needs additional air to flow through the unit. So we'll see. Yeah, so the small ring is too small, not big enough for the system here. It doesn't get up to the 25 pascals, so I'm gonna stop. I can't get it to run with the small ring. And we're just gonna verify the middle ring again. We set it toward the middle one. We set our pressure at 25. And we retest. Okay, our pressure is already up to past 25. It's a lot quieter, and we're just gonna wait for the unit to balance itself, and then we'll take another read. Okay, it's at 25 pascals, and the number is 34. So at this point, our test is done. Contractor passes the test. It's got 34 CFM, or yeah, so it's 5% or less. So our requirement's 35 or less. He's got 34 CFM, so he passes the test. Okay. So the test itself is really quick. It's mostly the setup that takes the longest. Okay, we got 48 coming out of the supply. Nice and cool. We're gonna let it run for a little bit and keep it on that reading. And then we'll set up our gauges outside. All right, you got air coming back to the return at 68. So we got 45 coming out here. It comes out, it mixes with the ambient air, cools the house down, and then it returns at a little bit higher temperature, but it's already cooler than the outside. So it's just kind of a continued loop. Go from there. All right, let's go outside and take our readings there. Okay, we're gonna take temperature on the high side, on our line set. Temperature on our low side. All right, so we're taking pressure with the two gauges, the high side, the low side. We're taking temperature of the two line sets, and you know, the gauge is telling us what the temperatures are in there, the pressures. Usually on the chart there, they will tell us what type of refrigerant you have and how many pounds and ounces you should have in there. And with the gauges, we can pretty much tell how much refrigerant's in there, if it's high or low. And so that's one of the things that we're looking for. Temperature today is 80.2. Okay, we're taking our temperatures for the superheat numbers. So you got 111 and about 214, which is like pretty normal for some of these units.